Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. It is again Sunday, so it's time for my, I would say, a little shorter Flosstube stitching progress. I have had a bit more time to stitch this week. I'm making, oops, all these pug threads, yeah. I'm making progress slowly but surely on the steampunk portal, which is, if you don't know, it's a hay design, which means heaven and earth design stitch along. And it is such a nice project. I really enjoy it. Again, I'm a bit behind. I would say that most people have finished like the first installment. Some are just starting, I know, so there's a big spread of it. But I'm super happy. I am, if you are returning, you know this. If you're new, maybe you don't. But I do switch between cross country and then into parking. So right now I'm in a parking mode, but I am getting a little bit this mess of threads usually drives me a bit nuts after a while. So what I end up doing is, I think that once I finish this diagonal parking, then I'm probably gonna go back a little bit to cross country and just stitch all of these threads in to have like a clean fabric. Hang on, let me get my tablet and I will tell you. I haven't stitched a lot this week on this one, a little bit but not a lot, because since my month of hate, which I enjoyed thoroughly, but I did had a fancy really to stitch on other things. So this one I haven't spent that much time on, but for now I've completed 15,391 stitches, which is decent, and I'm on my way. Like I said, I aim to finish first of all the 6 pages to get my hands on the other designs that you could choose from the stitch along. And since I'm doing diagonal parking, working my way this way, I think that will cover it, because I think that the first 3 are full pages on every row. So if I finish like this, I'm probably gonna just have to look out for the last page and make sure that I stitch in that first. It would be amazing if I could finish the whole thing, but yeah, we'll see. Also, we're moving into summer, so I'm probably going to have much more time to stitch, or maybe less, depending on how much work I will do. I might not have that much vacation, so we'll see. But I will, of course, keep on working on this. It's such a nice and lovely project. I have also been stitching on spring flowers a little bit, not too much either. This is my other focus piece apart from the steampunk portal. This is my focus piece, and I still have it on the Q-snap because yeah, I didn't feel like removing it. I am having it out so I can just grab it and go whenever I want to. I did fill in this bit, and also here I'm moving a bit more into parking just to get all the different pinks in order, because there are more pinks than you might think in these subtle color shifts and such. So it is turning out super nice. This is a kit from Luca S. It's full crosses, double-stranded on a, this is not 14, is it? This is 16, I think, 16 count. Yes, I think this is 16 count. It is anchor floss in the Luca S, if I'm not mistaken. So it is really, really nice. there will be some backstitching, but minimal backstitching. It's in the bumblebees and some of the twigs in the design here. Otherwise it's just full crosses, which I thoroughly enjoy. And the steampunk portal, if you don't know, I do stitch this on a 25 count, even weave 1/1 full cross all the way. I then, like I said, yes, I then also spent some time on pandemic, because I did, like I said, after a month of Haid, which was so nice, but it also is so nice to get a little bit of variation. And I had missed my long dog sampler, so this is, yeah, I'm so I fall in love with this. Every time I pick this one out, I'm like, oh gosh, it is wonderful. Yes, so what I did end up doing was I completed one page, which is, I think from somewhere, is this bit. And when you do like one color, solid color, I do find that it is stitching up pretty fast, and it is sort of, I would say, peaceful, because you're not switching colors, you don't have to start and stop as much, you just run the thread to the end. And I don't have long ways to go, actually. I think I have completed 70%. Let me just double check how much I've done. I have completed 54,793 stitches, which is almost 71%. So I don't have a long ways to go, actually, which is crazy to me. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful chart. I enjoy it so much. It is beautiful, beautiful. So I'm happy about that I got to put my hands on this. So I have this bit here, and then there are this section left, and this is not like full page, almost, but not totally. So this last bit will probably stitch up faster. So this is also a potential finish for the whip down. Maybe. Yeah, it's not impossible, but like I mean, I do have other stuff, of course, to stitch on too, but yeah, I am going to try to spend more time on this year, just to see if I could get this finished this year, and see if I can get another long dog sampler going with the whip down, if that works out. But yeah, so super happy about pandemic long dog sampler. This is also stitched on a 16 count Ada with a silk thread from Mrs. Sada's on Etsy. It's yeah, super nice thread, so I like that a lot. I have also now, and I haven't really filmed or anything yet, but I have picked out, so you will see this one on a stitch with me fairly soon. I do want to take this off the frame, because I use a smaller frame for when I stitch on this, so you can barely see what I'm doing. But it is called Wreath of All Seasons from Dimensions Gold collection. This was a potential for a finish last year, but I just fell behind, and I realized also with all the back stitching that will go into it, that this is I'm gonna need more time on this. So this is my progress so far. It is a wonderful, wonderful project. I mean, Dimensions Gold, I think they always have, their charts are always super nice. Very detailed, a lot of colors. Yeah, really like it. And I have this section, and it's 2 strands on a, is this 16 also? Yeah, 16 count Ada, and full crosses all the way. But there is a lot of backstitching, and the backstitching is going to take me a while, because I mean, like with the Finery of Nature, which was also a Dimensions Go collection kit, I did think before that French knots were my enemy, but my enemy is couching. Backstitching, I don't mind, but I'm not very fast when it comes to backstitching, so I just know that it's going to take me a while, which is why I sort of I haven't had this as a focus piece in a while, because I know that once I completed it, it's going to be a while just to push out all the backstitching. I am probably not going to do all of it. There are some details that I think maybe will be useful, like here there are some white, light yellow, pale yellow, and some yellow. So here I think definitely the backstitching will sort of make the details on the flowers, the individual flowers, pop a bit more. Also the bird's nest maybe. So we'll see. I'm gonna test stuff out, and if I feel like it doesn't really add anything, then I probably won't do it. But definitely in areas I think will benefit from backstitching. But sometimes backstitching is not, I don't know, sometimes I feel like you don't get that much difference. I mean, for details and stuff, it's really good, and for faces and eyes and stuff like that, I think that backstitching can really give that definition. But sometimes when I do backstitching according to the chart, I find that sometimes they don't even show when you look at them in a distance. So yeah, I will just try. If it doesn't make sense to me, I probably won't do it, because there's a lot to get on here. But I did have this as a finish maybe for this year, but again, I'm not sure with this one now, because the crosses goes pretty fast. But like I said, the finishing touches are gonna take longer. It always takes longer than you think. At least for me, it does. So we'll see. But I am enjoying it. I am enjoying the results. I mean, it looks amazing just as it is without the backstitching. And yeah, I'm happy that I got it, and I did start it. I think it's very nicely charted with different seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. Yeah. So this will come up on A Stitch With Me next week, and what I plan to pick up after this, I actually don't know. I'm figuring maybe my Cinderella sampler, because that one I would want to finish, so I can focus on the Dracula one, because if I finish both of them in my whip down, on my whip down list, I do get to start the Mary Poppins one, which I really want to. But I'm not going to stop Mary Poppins until I finished the 2, Cinderella and Dracula. So that will probably show up, at least the Cinderella. So that will be it for this Sunday edition of my Flosstube. Weekly update, or bi-weekly, and with bi-weekly I mean every 2 weeks maybe. I will continue and work on my whip down list and on my SAL, Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along. And I hope you will join me in at least a stitch with me, and I am aiming to do a mid-year whip parade, so look out for that. But that will be until the end of June, so just in the shift between the end of June and beginning of July, there will be a mid-year whip parade where I'll go through all my whips, and then maybe show you a little bit more about also the kits that I have lined up, because as I am whipping down, there are more stuff that I just have to make my mind up, I think. At least like make a suggestion to myself that maybe this kit is the way, is what I'm gonna go for. I know that I have a plan for my long dog sampler. I know I have a plan for my Jasmine Beckett Griffith. That is a little bit further down the road though, because there's a lot left on that one. I have plans when I do finish off my Dimensions Gold. I have some more on in my storage, so that might also be like an addition to the mid-year whip parade. I'm just gonna have to go through my stash of stuff, so that will probably be a long video or a video in 2 parts maybe, I don't know. But up until then, I'm just gonna continue with the Stitch With Me's and do these weekly updates for you. So with that said, please, I hope you have a very, very nice rest of Sunday. And I hope I see you in the next video, which will be up on Tuesday. Until then, please take care, and I see you soon. Bye for now.